Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. It's officially 2021, Sarah. We are releasing this video on New Year's Day.
I mean, it's 10/24 right now.
Yeah, in our time.
So New Year's Eve. So almost 2021.
2021.
Can't believe we made it to 2021.
I know. And so far, no one has announced any engagements that I have seen. I've been kind of waiting, kind of see in the UK.
You're expecting it now.
I know.
I'm not, but you are.
But people might announce it tomorrow. They might not announce it right away.
Right.
So, so no engagement so far, but the night is young. Tomorrow's the new day, the new year. Tomorrow's New Year's Day. So.
Yes. Or as my mother says, Happy Old Year, Happy New Year.
Yeah, very strange.
What?
But what we're going to do today, we're going to do something fun, and we're going to do something, this isn't going to be too long of a video. It's not going to be too serious, but it's just going to be, our top 3 couples of the year.
Yeah. Sarah's going to have 3, and I'm going to have 3. We were going to do 5, but that's like too many.
We don't want too long of a video, but we're going to each do our top 3 couples. You know, when I say our top 3 couples, the way I'm kind of gauging them is 2 things. One is just there's certain people you just like. You like to see. I always think of it this way. When new content comes out for that couple, I'm like, oh, I got to see it right now.
Yeah,
you know
how excited do you get?
Yeah. And the other thing is
hotness.
And then other thing,
I'm just kidding.
And how when you see them, and if you just get excited to see their pictures. You just like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say this. Sarah has a couple on her list that would be on my list, but we're not going to do overlapping couples. So if it's on my list, it's not going to be on Sarah's list. And if it's on Sarah's list, it's not going to be on my list. So.
Yes. But my list is actually, I don't share any same ones with
Oh, you don't?
Well, besides the top one.
Okay, besides the top one. So 2, so yours wouldn't be on my list. Okay.
Okay, so I guess we share 1.
Okay. So
or whatever.
That's kind of the thing. So we're going to go from 3 to number 1. So our third would be and they're kind of ranked. I'm actually thinking mine are pretty much ranked.
Yeah, mine are too.
Okay. So I'm going to have, do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay.
Start us off.
So my top 3, there was a few, and there's a lot of couples out there that I don't know a lot about, so I didn't necessarily want to put them on if I don't really know a lot about them, because a lot of times if I've liked a couple, I've figured out about them, I've researched them, I know a lot about them.
Stock.
And there was a couple couples where I was close to putting on my list, but my number 3 couple of the year is almost like a new couple in a lot of people's eyes, but it is, drum roll, Dan and Beth. That's my number 3 couple of the year for me. I just like them. I mean, obviously, in the last couple weeks, that's when they've officially become unofficially official.
It's pretty much a fish, I'd say.
Yeah, but this couple to me is just a couple that. One of the reason they're on my list is because we really saw a look into their life kind of during quarantine. They did epic TikToks. I mean, Beth Mead was the queen of TikToks.
Yeah, we love TikTok queens.
They were so into TikToks, and they seem to really do them together. We saw when Beth did the cooking for We Play Strong, how she was making the she baked something, I forget what it was.
Scones
was it? And then Dan was included, and when they worked out, and she was kind of yelling at Dan when Dan said like a little naughty word. You know, remember
naughty.
That, we kind of got to look, and Beth just seems like she does the We Play Strong a lot, and she just seems like a sweet person, amazing on the field. And Dan is just someone who just seems very passionate, and she looks at Beth and they have like a good, Beth calms Dan down a lot, I think. They seem like just such a good match for each other. And they're kind of love stories so far that we know of, you know what I mean? That
Taylor Swift will write a song about
Yes, they haven't been in the forefront of talking about, they've been under the radar, meaning they haven't really had a lot of moments together where people were like, because a lot of people in our video has actually said they had no idea they were together, even if they followed our Soul Squad pretty regularly. But they're my top number 3. That's pretty much why. And I just really like them. I get excited when I see pictures of them. But Dan, she has a cute little voice. I love Dan's voice.
Sorry, she's the Cheryl Cole of
Woso,
the Netherlands.
She really is. But I just
bet
like
she
them.
can sing like her too.
Right. You probably could.
Oh yeah.
Someone Shade and Cheryl Cole. Just saying.
No.
Okay, so that's my number 3 couple. And what is your number 3 couple, Sarah?
Okay, so my number 3 is kind of 2 couples.
Okay.
It was kind of a tie. I'm going with 2 for my third one. Okay, so I will first off I will say Leah and Jordan.
Okay, number 3.
Because I mean, we
Can't deny them.
I know, because they recently, I mean, that photo was everything.
It was.
It shook me.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that. But also, Jordan was in my dream last night. So
That's why
had to go with. No. She wanted me to pick her, so that's why she entered my subconscious.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we didn't know,
right?
And do we still know? I would say we kind of do.
I say we know. I say 100%.
Because that picture, I mean,
I say we know
placement.
now.
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay, we know. And I don't know. I just they look good together.
I was gonna say that they look really good together.
Yeah,
and I love their style.
They're just
I know
cutie patooties.
their style together just matches so well. They're
Leah,
very hip. They are very hip.
Yeah, and Leah Williamson's got that granddaddy style.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Is that bad to say that?
No,
that sweater was a granddaddy, and I was a fan of it. I love it.
She wears her kit really high. I know Katie McCabe also wears her kit really high, but Lisa Williamson wears
cute nerd.
Yes, and they seem like one of those couples too that has let love prevail for them. Like they're like, we're not just gonna throw it out there. We know this is it. We know how much we love each other. So now we're gonna explore that with the.
Is that what you got from that?
I did, because
okay.
Like I've said in the past, there's some couples that we have never known have ever been a thing because they've kept it underground. But I think Leah and Jordan are to the point where they're just like, okay, I know about it. We know each other so well. We know this is a thing. This is serious. So I love them. That's third couple. So
yeah.
Okay, so who do they tie with? So you're getting 4 here, so.
I know. I'm naughty like that. Okay, so my other one is because there is a special place in my heart for Paige Nielsen. And she recently got engaged, and that was everything.
Yeah, that was a special
Paige
moment.
Nielsen and her fiance, Jen Riservato. I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah. You've always liked Paige.
I have. Like, I'm sorry, her muscles, it's a gun show. Don't bring a knife to that gun show because she will smoke you out.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Like, muscle appreciation, okay?
Yeah.
But also, she's a Nebraskan.
Yeah,
Props
we're
to
Nebraskan,
that.
kind of Nebraskan.
Yeah, no, so as soon as I don't know how long I've known about them. It's been a while. Like, the thing I like about their relationship and their love is they're not shy to post about it. And, to put, like, cutesy, date nights or whatnot. We love to see that, and I just love that she's representing.
Yeah.
And she's not, like, she's not afraid to show.
It's the new era of out couples, I think. This is us, nothing scandalous about it.
Well, so, and their engagement photo was everything. And I just think they look really good together, and I'm excited for their love to blossom into a marriage. Also, can we double date, Paige? Thank you.
You're not cool enough. I already know that.
I think they could be dorks.
Not our level.
Not our weirdness.
Not our weirdness.
We are weird.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into my number 2 couple, and my number 2 couple is like my icon status for Woso couples. I mean, icon status for me personally. But my number 2 couple is, drum roll please.
I didn't get a drum roll.
Oh, sorry, you didn't request one.
Oh. I didn't know I had to request
number
one.
2
Dang.
is Sue and Megan. Schmegan, Pinot Bird, Rat Bird. That is my number 2 couple.
Wow, yes, I saw that one coming a mile away.
You did. And this couple to me represents so much. I mean, I first want to say their Instagram show a touch more. I mean, I loved it. Every week I would look forward to it. They revealed so much about themselves too.
Yes, they're very open, and I love that.
They're so open. They're really honest about things. They don't really have anything to hide necessarily. I mean, I'm sure there's things they don't talk about, but it's just like, they just were there to talk. And also those moments they had during the show, the moment where Megan said the thing about you're probably gay she's probably gay. Remember that moment?
Oh yeah.
and Megan, Sue was like, Megan.
We saw those real moments, like the real couple moments that they had.
Or like when
Megan
got drunk and Sue was just like, she's drunk. I just loved those moments. They're so real. Sue cutting Megan's hair, and
so relatable.
And I mean, I will tell you this, going on lives like that there's a lot that can go wrong on lives that you just, there's a lot. And they took that chance every week to say, we're not scared of what could be said or could not be said.
I know, you can't edit that out.
There's a lot of things that could just go wrong, you know what I mean? So I give them
clothes could just fly off.
There's a lot of danger in that, something happening. So I just love their show. I mean, them as a couple, them also got engaged this year. And also they're an older couple. I mean, Sue's older than I am. And it's just like, I love that, you know, they're just putting the relationship out there. Sue is so comfortable now when we think about 5 years ago. Most people who we didn't follow Sue Bird until she got with Megan, but Sue wasn't about talking about her personal life and then getting with Megan. Megan didn't make her probably, but
you kind of have to get in line with
Megan
that.
probably just said, I'm out, I'm public, that's what I'm about, and if you want to be, it will be helpful for you to kind of figure out where you stand, because there's not going to be a lot of privacy necessarily when it comes to them.
I'm sure she was inspired by Megan's, you know, it's an inspiring thing to see that, oh, she's so open and she like
helping
so
people.
helping so many people, and she's like, oh, imagine the people that I could help, you know,
right,
especially young fans who follow the WNBA and stuff. So
Exactly.
That's cool.
So that's my number 2. I love them. I just love them.
Pino, say I would die for them.
I would die. Well, I would probably die for them. But Pino has inspired a lot of these women on this list. I truly believe that, because who she is. So that's my number 2.
This list cannot happen without Pino.
That's what I think. I mean, people might disagree. So disagree if you let us. If you think that.
No, you can't.
Okay. So Sarah has a number 2.
Okay.
Do you want a drum roll?
Yes, I will request a drum roll, please. You can do it with your mouth. So Krashlyn, Obvi, Allie and Ashlyn. I mean,
queens,
iconic queens. They got
legend,
married.
Royalty.
They got married in 2019.
Technically 2019, but I mean, we celebrated it pretty much in 2020 when, you know, we did our video about it. And
yeah, it was on the cusp.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, they're Krashlyn.
They're Krashlyn,
right? I also love how kind of open they are too. You know.
Their storyline. They had such a storyline, you know, from being very private.
A lot of build up.
A lot of privacy, because at that point, like we talked about in the last couple of videos, it wasn't as open, even though we were a little bit corrected that in 10 years ago was still an open era of saying we accept you, but that beginning of the relationship, it wasn't like it is now. You know what I mean?
They had some clarifying shampoo for that build up. I was holding that joke in and I needed to say it.
No, I don't even
build up in your hair, clarifying shampoo.
I like it.
Thank you. Better keep it in.
So that whole build up for their relationship, and then finally, and them saying, you know, because at that point, there is a little bit of that. Am I going to lose my spot on the national team because of this relationship? There was still that even 10 years ago.
Right.
But for them to kind of go against the odds in a lot of way and still said, means so much. And now look at them, married, you know, gorgeous and majestic and trailblazers, and they're married.
Girl, you want to say iconic.
And the first women on the team to be married to each other. You know what I mean?
It's like, I respect that and I love that, and just total babes all around.
And how they kept it professional to the way of it didn't get involved with their career, soccer playing.
Oh, yeah, of course. And the fact that we met Allie and she was super nice.
Super nice. She would have signed a banana if we wanted to.
We almost told her, hey, you want to sign the banana? Insert photo here.
The banana. But I love them. Great choice. I mean, they just mean so much, I think, in women's soccer to the beginnings of having out relationships, especially on the same team, especially on the national stage. Because in other countries, there are some people who are on their national teams who are in a relationship, but it was unheard of in America to be on a relationship, in and out relationship on the team. So
yeah.
But
yeah,
we
and
love
they're doing so much for young LGBT people.
Yeah.
LGBTQ plus people.
Yeah.
They're great. They're amazing.
And I will say, I think, you know, they're on your list this year specifically because they did get married, and we kind of celebrated them being married this year. And Megan and Sue were on my list because they got engaged. Because in next year, would we put them on our list? Maybe. I mean, there might be more couples up and coming, but
they might be bumped for someone else.
They did amazing things this year. Okay, we're going to my number 1.
Okay.
Okay, I'm surprised by my number 1.
I'm not,
because my number 1 is going to be different than Sarah's number 1. So I mean, it's not going to be the same. So if I had your number 1, I think I might put your number 1 as my number 1 and bump this couple down.
Would you though? Honestly, I don't know.
I think it would. Okay, so my number 1 is a couple I had not even heard their names until 2020. I had no idea who they were.
20 or 19?
I didn't know them in 2018.
Yes, you did.
No, we didn't. We never did a video on them until 2020.
Oh, dang. She's got receipts.
Yes. They're on our channel.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I did not know about this couple. And then a lot of people, when this couple kind of were doing some quarantine content, they said, you got to watch this couple, you know. Mm-hmm. So that's where I found out of them. So the fact they're number 1 is legendary to me. Okay. Oh, yeah. Number 1 couple is Viv and Lisa. Viv and mother freaking Lisa. somebody put it a couple months ago, and that's really stuck with me. They're just a nice, wholesome couple, whatever that means. It's just like a couple that are just a couple. There's nothing extraordinarily, they're not trying to be anything that they're not trying to be. I truly believe that. They're just Viv and Lisa. And first of all, I love their dynamic. I always look at Viv on the field. She always looks really intense. Really, she has such a serious face on the field. No fun and games. It's always very serious. She's not messing around. Mm-hmm. But then you see her around Lisa, and she melts like a teddy bear. She's just like, she's just melts, and it's happy, and she puts her in a different demeanor, which makes sense.
That's cute.
But to see that dynamic of serious, and then get around Lisa. And Lisa's just adorable. I mean, if you notice, like when other people score on the team, Lisa's always the first and the last one to kind of hype them up. She's like, good job. Like,
we love a supportive friend.
Yeah, she's so supportive.
Teammate.
And she's always just has that personality where she just seems like someone you want to be friends with.
Yeah, she seems very nice, down
outgoing,
to
yeah, friendly,
just
someone who is trying to make an effort to say, I'm trying to make an effort to be your friend. So I just love them. And Viv is a superstar. She is one of the best. She is the best. And to have her on the team and it not be an issue, and her and Lisa, and they just support each other, because Lisa's amazing too. But I mean, Viv is someone where it doesn't seem to be any jealousy. There doesn't seem, just completely supportive. And I will say, they did have that, we got to see them in lockdown at Lisa's parents' house. We don't get to see a lot of couples at someone's parents' house during lockdown. We didn't get to see that a lot.
Yeah, that was very personal.
And they just seemed like, Viv cooked for Lisa, and it's just relatable. That seems like a couple we would be friends with, or that would be us. You know what I mean? Let me cook you dinner. Just so sweet, and just like a sweet couple who I personally just love that. And they just seem, they're not trying to be anyone else. They're not, and they're not trying to be too cool for school. You know what I mean? I think some couples, the whole social media thing kind of gets the couples where I have to look this way. I have to be, my Instagram has to be curated in such a way that is presented. They're just like, no, that's one of the things I love about you, Sarah. When I first met Sarah, she was like, I don't have makeup on. I don't look this way. Take a picture. I'm going to go on this. It's just like, that's who I am. I'm not
really care.
I'm not trying to be like, I want to look good, but I'm not going to let it consume me too. So they're my number one. Right. They're amazing. Anytime I like an interview comes out of them or what, I'm always like, oh, I gotta see. So I love them. They have a little age difference. That's my number one. Okay, here is Sarah's number one. Drum roll, please.
My top couple of 2020 has to go to Kristen and Tobin.
Woo! I mean, can't go wrong.
Y'all saw that coming, didn't you?
You all saw that coming.
Like, I've been obsessed with Kristen lately, so obviously.
Crushing hard.
Yeah, she had to go up there. And that photo that they gave us.
I know.
I mean, that picture took me out. It took us all out.
Yeah.
And it was everything. And, I mean, it was like, you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm sorry, that's a confirmation of something, right?
Yeah, just the whole build up to the year too. Last year we didn't know if they spent the holidays together. It was kind of a mystery. Then we didn't know if they officially went into quarantine together. Then we soon found out they did. And then they went to Manchester together. They didn't play in the Challenge Cup together.
Yeah.
So it was a whole year. It was their year.
It really was. And I mean, the birthday pictures too, those were everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just was a great year for them.
Yeah, they would probably be number one. I think they just had their year this year was, I mean, it was their year. I mean, considering once they went to Manchester, how well they did too. You know what I mean? They did so well. And even at the beginning of last year, during the She Believes and the qualifiers, they had great games individually. And I think it was their year of their being the most open and most, honest that they can be.
Yeah.
And I mean, Sarah isn't over them sitting on the ground. Oh, someone said that picture of them sitting on the ground, it wasn't Tobin wearing a mask. It was her hoodie. And I examined the picture, and that person's completely right. It looked like her hoodie. It wasn't a mask.
Okay, so sorry for that.
No. But I just think it was their year, going to Manchester. I think they took a risk, Is it going to go good? Is it going to go bad?
It paid off for sure.
Because if they go over there and they underperform, I mean, people want to talk, you know what I mean? People are talking about people. So,
I know that song.
So they want to, people want to talk, but Tobin's really been excelling, and Kristen, obviously she got ill, but I mean, and those pictures at the end, I mean, it all culminated at the very end of the year with these pictures that they just released. And I mean, I think a lot of people, when they did make their decision, we're not going to the Challenge Cup together, then they had made the decision, we're going to Manchester together. You know, they weren't being shy of, this is a together type of thing.
Did you say, together, 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 everyone?
And I think that they just seem comfortable. You know, you're welcome. I mean, that is about as much confirmation as we've ever gotten, will ever get for a long time.
That was the best thing ever.
Yeah, it really was. And I mean, this was their year in a lot of ways, you know. And I think, you know, people want to say, well, you know, a lot of people are sad that they left for the UK Super League rather than the NWSL. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people are bummed about that. But I mean, the way they're working out, where they're really playing, we're seeing them now. If they didn't go to the Super League, we would not be seeing as much as they are now, because the NWSL is over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least for right now. Number one, we love them. I mean, that's where the channel started. This was really their year. The end of the year, they really capped off the end of the 2020 with a bang with that picture.
And you know what I say to all that, to Kristen and Tobin 2020 in a nutshell? Thank you. A thank you to you're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you. I mean, and just like you said, the aesthetics of that picture too, it was everything. They're so cool. I think Tobin and Kristen just radiate that kind of vibe, you know.
Chill vibe.
Chill vibe, or like some people would say too cool for school, but it not in a put on way. I think it's internal. I don't think it's they're putting on anything.
No, I'll put on some too cool for school. Y'all will cringe at it.
But we love, that's our top 3 of each. There are other couples. There's a million other couples that I almost put on the list, you know, but those were my top 3. Tell me your top 3 down below, please, because we want to know. Happy 2021.
Yes, we're glad 2020's over.
Questions, comments down below. What do you guys think? Let us know what you think. Happy New Year. Happy Old Year, Sarah's mom wants to say.
Yeah, we hope 2021 is a better year for everybody.
Exactly.
Love you guys.
Okay, guys, we'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.